There have been calls for some time to ban the AR-15 as well as assault weapons more generally. We of course had a ban of assault weapons for a number of years, and we're gonna get into the evidence for what effect it had on our country. But I want you to bear in mind as we go into this, like gun manufacturers obviously want the AR-15 to be available. Many gun owners want the AR-15 to be available, but notably, can we just point out that the guy who invented the AR-15 apparently would not want it to be available in the way that it is right now. According to his actual family, he did not intend this for civilians to be using in the way that they are. They said to NBC News, our father, Eugene Stoner, designed the AR-15 and subsequent M16 as a military weapon to give our soldiers an advantage over the AK-47. He died long before any mass shootings occurred. That's not technically true, but I know what they mean. But we do think he would have been horrified and sickened as anyone, if not more, by these events. And I hope that that's true. I don't know for sure that that's true, but imagine if a thing that you had made was so popular amongst people who just desperately want to kill as many people as they can, to just run amok through the city streets of America, through schools, through malls, through Walmarts, pick a tragedy that we've experienced. I assume that it would bother him. The question is why it doesn't bother more of us. Now, the actual data, there have been a number of studies of what happened the last time these guns were banned. Some of them show, I think, quite compelling information about the effect of it. The JMIR public health surveillance study said that the federal assault weapons ban during the years when it was in place resulted in a significant decrease in public mass shootings, number of gun deaths, and number of gun injuries. We estimate that the FAWB prevented 11 public mass shootings during the decade the ban was in place. A continuation would have prevented 30 public mass shootings that killed 339 people and injured an additional 1,139. It's speculative. We can't know for sure, obviously, but we do know that the people who try to do the most devastating mass shootings go looking for these guns, and they do it for a reason. And so even mass shootings that would still happen with an assault weapons ban in place would likely be less dangerous. They would likely have a lower body count. And we don't just have to look to our own experience back in the late 90s to figure that out. Other countries have done this. Back in 1996, a 29-year-old white man walked through a tourist area in Tasmania, Australia, began to fire randomly through the crowd with military-style weapons. It took them less than 2 weeks to ban them, and they have not experienced a mass shooting of that sort in the 25 years since. More recently, in 2019, there was the Christchurch mass shooting at a mosque. They banned semi-automatic weapons, assault rifles as well. And in the more limited period of time since then, they too have seen no reproduction of this sort of mass violence. Now, New Zealand and Australia are not the exact same thing as America, but it is indisputably a fact that you cannot conduct a mass shooting with a weapon that you cannot find anymore. And other countries have been able to get this done.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.